Hello student, hope you have done in your 9th standard examination and soon you will be the part of the 10th standard. So today we are going to start a new chapter in physics, that is electricity. So what comes to your mind when you heard the word electricity? Yes, electricity is convenient and controllable form of energy. Now, this word convenient and controllable are very essential, because we might be having other sources of energy as well, be it a hydro energy, be it a wind energy, be it a thermal energy, or any other kind of energy. But electricity is very essential because we can control it. Now, the morning you get up, then you go to bed, you cannot live without the electricity. Correct? You may take a bath, the electrical geyser is required. And at the time of going to bed, the mosquito repellent, a fan or AC cannot work without the electricity. So I can say electricity has become an inherent part of our day-to-day life. So in this chapter we are going to study what exactly electricity, what it is comprises of, what exactly flows inside the wire, how to control the electricity, heating effect of current, the series and parallel combination of resistor, and many other things. So let us start the first topic. The first topic is electric current and circuit. So what is electric current? First of all, we need to understand the meaning of the word current. Can you tell me, can you recall what is the meaning of the word current? Think for a while. Current means anything which is flowing. We have a water current, we have a wind current, or we can have anything which is flowing. It is known as current. So here it is an electric current. So what is flowing? To understand the topic, let me take an analogy with the pipe which comprises of the water. Let me draw here. Let's say this is an ordinary pipe and there are some water droplets within it. Now, if the water within the pipe is steady, stagnant, then we cannot say that water is flowing. So water current is not there. But by any means the water is flowing within the pipe, then we can say there is a water current. In the same way, we can say that in any kind of the wire, let's say there is a aluminium wire or there is a copper wire. When we simply have a wire, the current is not flowing through that wire. But yes, if charges are moving, like water droplets are moving within the pipe, in the same manner, if charges are moving within the wire, then we can say the wire is there is an electric current. Is that understood? Now, go further. To understand what exactly charges are and how it can flow, let us recall what we have learned in the lower standard. So first of all, do you know in how many parts the solid can be classified? Just try to remember. No, let me give you a hint. The solid which can transmit heat is known as, let me write. The solid can be classified in two different categories. The one category is known as a conductor and another category is known as, yes, insulator. Now, the wire is made up of what? Insulator or conductor? Yes, it is made up from the conductor. And why is it so? Because conductors are always having a free charges. They are having, insulator are having bound charges. So it is very common that free charges can only move within the wire, bound charges cannot move. Correct? So free charges is, and the example of the conductor could be metals like copper is there, aluminium is there, many other metals are there. That's why, that is the reason that the electrical wire in our household electrical circuits is made up of either copper or it is made up of the aluminium. Clear? Now what exactly charges are? Okay, charges are anything, we are having a two type of charges. Positive charges and negative charges. Can you tell me little bit about what particle comprises of negative charges and what particle comprises of the positive charges? Can you guess? Yes, electron will be having a negative charges while proton will be having a positive charges. Now we will discuss that how this charges, which charge actually flowing through the wire and how it is flowing through the wire. Okay. So next comes the definition of electrical current. Now, before I discuss electrical current, let me ask you a question that you might have heard or you might have experienced as well, that when you are having a torch, now when you switch on the torch, the bulb will glow. So what exactly happen when you switch on the torch or when you switch on that switch on? Okay, so for that we need to understand the electrical circuit. So electrical circuit is, let me draw a very simple and common electrical circuit for you. For example, let's say this is a bulb. This is, what is this? This is a battery. This is resistor. Why I am connecting this resistor over here, I will tell you later. This is the key. Okay. So this is a circuit, this is bulb. Battery and resistor. Now here I have not put dot over here. The meaning of that is the circuit is, switch is not closed. Now when I put it here, the switch is closed and bulb will glow. So in terminology of science or in terminology of physics, we can say that circuit is completed. So here the circuit get completed. So continuous and closed path of electrical current is known as circuit. Is that clear? The two essential things should be there. One is it should be continuous. Okay, starting from this point, there should not be any breakage and it should be closed as well. Okay, so when we have a loop like diagram, it is known as the electrical circuit. Is that clear? Okay, now moving further, what is the exact meaning of electrical current? So as we have seen that from the wire, by any means the charges are flowing from point A to point B. Let me connect a battery here and some resistor here and PV. Okay. So can you guess the direction of the current is from A to B, that is called the positive to negative, or B to A, that means from the negative to positive. Can you guess? It is from direction of current is always from positive to negative, that means from A to B. Now this is quite contradictory, because you might be knowing that positive charges cannot flow because they are comprising inside the nucleus. Actually electron should flow, and if that is true, then the direction of current should be B to A, but I have written here A to B. So what is going wrong? It is nothing is going wrong, but when electrical current has been identified, at that time electrons were not known to us. So scientists and researchers have presumed that there must be some positive charges which would be flowing inside the circuit, and even if the electron was found, they have stick to their previous convention. So even today we can say that in any kind of the circuit, the direction of current is always positive to negative. But yes, in exam they might twist the question. If they ask that what is the direction of flow of electron, then it is B to A. Is that clear? Now we have to define in physics everything in some nutshell. So how can we define the current? Okay, so let's say here the charges are flowing from A to B. Now the definition of current goes something like this: the amount of net charge passing through a given cross-sectional area in a given time. That is known as the current. If I write this mathematically, then amount of a net charge, let's denote it by capital Q, passing through unit cross-sectional area. What does it mean? Here charges are flowing from A to B. So let me have a unit cross-sectional area here. Let's say this is the wire and this is the area. In a given time t. So this is the mathematical representation of the current. What would be the unit? The unit of current is measured in ampere. It is ampere on the name of the scientist.